So my name is Gabe Luna, and I'm one of the co-founders of a company called CalFinder.com. We're a lead gen company in the home services and home improvement space. So we have a network of contractors: Steve the roofer, Joe the painter, Bill the electrician across the entire country. And what we do is bring in homeowners that are searching for a contractor to our website, and then we match them with up to 3 pre-screened contractors that pay us for the lead and then compete for the customer's business. Right now we're in about the top 25 markets. With each additional trade, you have to sign in each market hundreds and hundreds of companies in order to have full coverage. So it's quite a sales challenge and an undertaking to have full coverage across the entire country.
Wow.
That you're talking about, like 250,000 contractors in order to have coverage.
So that sounds impossible. You're going to sell 250,000 guys that pay you on average $75 a year? I mean,
No. The thing that we've been able to do really well is, instead of having each person pay us $75 a year, we want them to be giving us $7,000 a year. So we have much larger buyers that are willing to buy a lot more leads, instead of each individual company not paying very much.
That's cool. So you're going to get, if an average lead is $25, $50,
yeah,
was that ballpark? So 7,000, they're going to 120, 130 leads a year, 10 or 15 a month.
Yeah. The average contractor is relatively small, so that's one thing that's particular to our vertical, as opposed to, say, insurance or bankruptcy or something like that,
right,
where it's a volume game. Ours is a little bit different than that. The average contractor purchases a lot less leads, but obviously there's a huge market there, the amount of contractors across the U.S. and also the amount of homeowners. So.
Sure. And how do you generate your leads? Do you generate them all on your site, or do you buy them, buy other local leads if you can?
Sure. So a combination of different things. One thing we've done really well is build a really valuable content site. So we build all of our own content. Our primary site is about 150,000 pages of content, design galleries, photo galleries, everything relating to home improvement. So when people are searching for a window contractor or kitchen remodeling ideas, they can go onto our site and get inspiration and look at photo galleries and that sort of thing. And then they can actually request estimates from our pre-screened contractors. So that we do pretty well organically. And in addition to that, we have a pretty active affiliate program and obviously the normal channels of paid search as well.
Great. What about leads? Have you bought any leads?
We have tested that out in terms of purchasing more leads. That was a little bit earlier.
Is it working in the early stages?
Again, everything works. It's just about finding the right metrics to have it work and have it play out. So it's all just about knowing your numbers really well.
So once you put a sales force in place that can close 250,000 of these guys, you've got a real asset there as well, because there's a lot of other things that people buy locally. Yeah. And no one has really figured out that space. That's one of the big things people are talking about. We kind of have the exchanges. You can go in, you can use guys like CPM Advisor that'll walk you through the exchanges, but there's really no solution on the local side. Yeah. It's just too hard. And I heard someone say earlier, yeah, it's too hard. That's why we like it so much.
It would be exactly what I would tell you.
They're not going to be jumping in tomorrow, are they?
Yeah.
Google's not going to be able to just turn something on and just take your business.
It becomes very, very defensible, especially at the size that we're at right now. One, because it's very difficult. And 2, because it involves a lot of time and energy. It's not something that you can just throw together really quickly. So I think we've started to build some momentum, and that I think will be a very good thing for us.
I understand you bootstrapped. One of the reasons you probably had to is because it doesn't sound like a viable model. Now that you've kind of proven it up, if you need to kick it to the next level, have you gotten people that are believing in it at this point, where if you needed some more money, you could probably tap into the investor market?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a pretty viable model. We've grown at over 10% a month for almost 5 years now. So
that's pretty viable.
Yeah.
So if someone came along and said, okay, great, we want to overlay these other things. We want to sell restaurants or restaurant delivery, and it's really profitable. Could you overlay something like that into your sales force?
I think personally the way that we've approached this is, instead of trying to do 100 things and do each one okay, we want to We want to do a lot less things, but just absolutely dominate those verticals. So we've actually specifically turned down a lot of those opportunities, even though we realize they're viable. It's just that we would rather grow our existing model as opposed to always be trying to understand new models.
Are you hiring Yellow Book people in the local markets, radio people, or are you selling nationally and just telemarketing? How are you doing it?
Telemarketing.
It's cool. So you don't send people into the markets to go see Joe the plumber?
No.
Very
No.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
What's on the horizon? 25 through 50? 50 through 75?
More of the same, to be honest.
Pretty
we
exciting.
We have a model that's proven at this point. We know all of our pricing. We know exactly what we do and what we do well. And so it's just adding fuel to the fire, adding a lot more salespeople, and adding a lot of new channels, a lot more content to our site. So we feel pretty fortunate that we don't have to go out and do some brand new thing. We just have to do a lot more of the same.
SEO is getting better and better every day.
Yeah. So our site grows by about 100 pages or so a week. It's adding a lot of new content.
And you're moving up the charts.
Yeah. So
Very
we're on
cool.
our way.
Sounds exciting. All right. Best of luck.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yep.